Questions?
Any, things in practice that you thought you needed to work on for Atlanta that you might want to tighten up over the weekend?
Well, yeah, just in general, some things offensively, a few things defensively. But overall, just concentrate on our daily improvement.
Do you have any reaction to Steve Nash being fired 7 games into the season?
Yeah, I just heard about it. I'm sorry to hear that. Steve, number one, he's a great guy. I think he's a heck of a coach. But it's the unfortunate part of this business, and I know he'll do well. I just have a lot of respect for him.
Any update on
He went through practice, did everything, so we'll see how he is tomorrow.
hopeful for tomorrow? Is that possible?
Yes.
Do you know how you're going to list him?
I believe it'll be questionable, but I'm not certain on that.
Certainly back to Peter's question about Nash. Obviously, this is a results-oriented business, but is 7 games enough of a sample size, do you think, for an organization to make those kind of decisions?
You don't know unless you're there with, everybody. But I know I've been to practices where Steve has coached. Very impressed with his teaching. Great respect for him as a player, having coached against him, being around him, just the way he carries himself. And it's, as I said, unfortunately, it's part of the business, and I'm hopeful that he'll move forward and be fine. But you feel for him.
Tom, what's Grimes do for your guys' point of attack defense? Like, how does it help? Obviously, having somebody that's
Well, he's a terrific wing defender. He can guard all 3 positions and guard it very effectively. Very good pick and roll defender. Very good catch and shoot. Very good one-on-one. Challenges shots. Multiple effort guy. Plays hard all the time. He understands schemes. Understands game plans. So I think that type of player adds a lot to your team. Very competitive.
What is the challenge for Atlanta so far this year with it?
Well, I think, again, Trae Young poses a lot of problems, and they added Murray. They got a lot of weapons. They put good pressure on the rim. Hunter is a very underrated player. They have a solid bench, multiple pick and rolls, great shooting ability. So it's going to require, you don't guard a guy like Young individually. You have to guard him as best you can with your team, try to make him work for, his shots. But you can play great defense, he still can make.
I want to ask you about Murray. What does adding him do for their team?
Yeah, I think the size, versatility. Every year he's gotten better. He had a monster year last year. Very good competitor. I think the size at that position, ability to pass over people. I think that adds a lot to their team.
What did you think was the biggest issue with guarding Kevin Love on Sunday?
Well, it probably stems more from, having Donovan with the ball. And so obviously, some of them were challenged pretty well, others weren't. So going into the fourth quarter, I think they were shooting, 42%. So obviously, we have to close it out better than we did and have an awareness as to what's going on.
Do you consider switching on those pick and rolls?
We did. He was slipping, but we also have an awareness of, what was going on. So, you can switch, you can veer, you can blitz, you can show. And so the idea is you don't want the guy with the ball to get a shot in that situation, but you also don't want the screener to get a shot. So, as I said, and we lost them some, in sort of scramble situations. And just have an awareness, take that airspace away, close harder.
So on those where he slips, like that was like the fourth quarter you're talking about, right?
Some, yeah.
Yeah. So like on those when he slips, like is that a communication issue? Do you still want to?
It depends on where the switch occurs. You have to read it, and so some of it is communication. Some of it is they make good plays on it, and some of them were challenged. And, we just have to do better.
Always talk a lot about the work he's put into his outside shot. He's seen some
Yeah, a lot.
stock
Yeah,
rates,
yeah.
even dating back to the end of last year, right? He had
Yeah.
improved. So how does that affect his game? How does it open?
I think great. I think he's offensively terrific. And adding that shot, like they're close and harder. I think you saw the layup that he had. He read the closeout well, drove by, layup, great first step. If you give him space, he's not hesitating. He's letting it go. And so playing very, very confidently offensively. I think his team defense is getting better. I think his post defense has gotten to be very good. So I think he's made a lot of really good progress.
I've noticed some plays, and maybe maybe this is confirmation bias, but I've noticed some plays. Like
Probably is. Go ahead.
I've noticed some plays where like you guys are helping from the strong side on penetration. Are those just mistakes that you have to clear up? Like Quickly's done it a couple of times. I noticed Obi do it a couple of times. Are those mistakes?
Well, I don't know specifically the plays that you're talking about, but there are situations in which we do help in that situation. So, but general rule would be to not come off the strong side corner. But there are situations in which that is required.
What are the situations?
I'm not going to share that with you.
If I understand, I can never be better.
Yeah. No, I'd rather not share that with you. Okay.
Tom, you talk about Trae. What is the atmosphere like in the Garden after the playoff series that you guys had against him? What is that like?
I think that probably holds true for, most, like every night you're faced with somebody like that. And I like, our schedule's been challenging, but I think it's good for us. I think, every night you're going to be challenged in a different way, and you have to be ready for whoever comes in or wherever you're going. And, some teams have more than one, but he's as tough a cover as there is. He's clever. Can shoot it from anywhere. There's great range, great first step, crafty. So, and you're going to look at a lot of pick and rolls. So we're going to have to be ready.
Any observations? I know it's early on your second unit, and where you want him to be, where you want to see more.
Just keep improving, and that's the thing. We're up 7 into the fourth quarter, midway through the fourth, and we didn't close it out. So, the start of the fourth, we probably didn't play as good. Although I like, I love seeing Obi on a breakaway. And he's going to finish 90% of those, 99% of those. Quick, you go under on a dribble handoff. I love him shooting that. He's got the ultra green light. You're open, shoot. So, it's a make or miss league. You've got to shoot open shots, and then you go from there.
RJ seems to be, when he gets all the way to the rim, it seems like he's a little more comfortable there.
Yeah, I like the way the last 2 games, I really like the way he's going to the basket. I think the less fading away, the better for him, the more he attacks the rim. It's good for us, good for him, and puts a lot of pressure on people.
He still has some of those moments where like he gets like kind of caught in between almost when he's like 6 feet out, right? What can he do there to be a little more fluid?
Yeah, I think he's made the adjustment. I love, like, in transition too, when he's got momentum, going to the basket and just attacking the rim. And then if they collapse, just spray the ball out, create easy offense for us. I like the way he's running the floor a lot. And so I want him to continue to do that. RJ downhill is his strength, and I'm confident he'll end up shooting the ball well as the season goes along. He always has.
Would you consider, you used him with benching and stuff, and you mentioned like getting him in transition and stuff. Is that a possibility?
Yeah, I think we're wide open. We'll see how things unfold. So right now, it's, we have a couple possibilities there, but hopefully it'll work itself out.